I think we have like one more fan, right? Like, or maybe I think actually it might just be Ben.
I mean, we have to have some kind of audience if we ranked on Spotify.
That is, that's the thing that I can't see those numbers at all. Like, I don't know.
I know, it's always because I was telling one of my coworkers listens to us too now. So you know, some people listen to us. Clearly, we don't know who you are. If you listen to the podcast, DM me on Instagram.
Yeah, because
either DM the Culture Bomb Instagram, which is just Culture Bomb Podcast on Instagram. DM that and say, hey, we listen to you, and we'll appreciate that.
Yeah, like send us questions or whatever.
Something,
like,
please.
anything.
We'll answer questions.
Yeah, dick pics.
Yeah, no, we will. Actually,
those are for him.
No, don't even. If you send dick pics, we will rate them on the podcast.
I'll charge for it though. That's what the OnlyFans bitches do. Isn't that crazy? That's one of the things that's one of their services that they rate
rating the dick.
Yeah, you send them a dick pic and they rate it. I'm like, bro, if I'm paying for a dick rating, bitch, that better be 5 stars that you're giving me. I'm not fucking paying for you to be like, this cock is trash.
I already knew that.
I'm like, I'm unsubscribing. Like, how dare you fucking insult me, you fucking whore.
Well,
you see how much money Bad Babie made?
Yeah,
from her only
42 million.
Dude, 53 or 54 million.
I thought it ended up being 42.
Whatever, bro. It was
whatever.
It
it's
was
crazy.
more than $5, and that's insane.
A lot of pedophiles. Okay, because here's the thing.
Go on.
If you subscribe to her OnlyFans, you're clearly waiting for her to turn 18, and you're clearly a pedophile.
Listen, I'm not gonna say that I didn't try to look for some leaks, but they're not worth it. I'll just put it that way. She's not like fine. Because I was just like curious. I was like, oh, I'll see how much. I was like, this bitch made $54 million. Damn. And then I looked like I couldn't even find them really.
I am curious if she was actually posting nudes or if she's doing what every celebrity dude does. And
I don't know if she does. I didn't pay for it.
Yeah.
But you can find leaks or whatever. Some dude will screenshot them and post them.
Well, yeah, especially if you're like one of the biggest.
Yeah.
If not that, she has to be the biggest on there ever.
Yeah, but that also means that she might be the best at like striking copyright claims or whatever. But anyways, like I looked at them and I saw just her like in a like lingerie, and I'm like, bro, this bitch is not fine at all.
Damn.
I'm like, I think people were a little bit more enamored with her personality, perhaps, because she is not fine. She's not pretty. Also, she looks trashy as fuck. Like she's all tatted up now.
Yeah.
She looks like complete dog shit, in my humble opinion. She would definitely like send someone to kill me if she saw this.
Well, Miguel's the smaller, darker one with as much.
Why do you keep saying that? Because
his penis was his penis was actually rated 3 stars.
Yeah,
he's one of the 3-star penis.
I don't
say that.
She shouldn't do that. She should not do the cock rating. She will like actually. I don't think she has enough time in her life to rate the barrage of cock pics that would come her way.
Please, but I wasn't joking. We will do cock ratings live on the podcast.
Yeah, but you have to like subscribe to the Patreon at least or something.
Bro,
I'm not doing this for free.
Okay, fine, but link the Patreon or something, man.
No, you guys can Venmo us. Venmo me $2.
Yeah, no, if you want, we will rate your dick live. Message us and we'll work something out.
I feel like we said it enough. We don't have to keep repeating because they will send us the cock pics. Yeah,
but you're gonna
Isaac, yours for free, bro.
Yeah, no, we actually will. Isaac's is free.
Yeah, yours too, Ben.
Yeah, and Jose.
Well, we're here outside the movie theater
that I work at.
Yeah, we're about to go see The Northman, which looks sick as fuck.
Yeah.
I already got a part of it spoiled that I'm
like... Oh, really?
No, but like I heard like... It's just a thing that happens in the movie. It's not like a spoiler of the story that like ruined the movie for me. But when I heard it, I'm like... I skipped through it. It was like some comedy podcast and I was like... After like 5 seconds later, I was like, I think he was joking. I was like, I don't think that's in the movie.
Okay.
Like I thought about it.
I don't know anything about it. I don't
want to say it because it might be in the movie.
No, again, it's not something that was told to me. My coworker earlier was like, it's so violent. So I'm like excited. She was like, it's very violent and graphic. I was like, this sounds amazing.
Yeah, I don't know how you could expect anything else. It's fucking R-rated. It's by this fucking maniac who had a scene where a witch fucking cuts open a baby.
Maniac.
Yeah. Okay, so we're on episode 5 of Moon Knight?
Yes, episode 5 dropped.
Is it me or did they skip a week?
They did not. You skipped multiple weeks.
No, I meant like I'm not tripping because I remember
you are tripping.
I remember talking to my cousin Oh shit, maybe it was because I remember talking to my cousin about like a Moon Knight episode. And I was like, this shit was fucking insane. And then right after that, like it was the day before Coachella, and then weekend
you watched the episode late, remember?
No, but I meant like by that time.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that I was like when I talked to him, I was like, I must have been talking to him about episode 4. There's no fucking way that I was going crazy over episode 3.
Episode 4 is the one that ends with him getting shot.
That's what I meant.
They didn't skip.
Oh no, never mind. Episode 3 ends with him getting shot. No, wait, no. Episode 4 ends with him getting shot. So that's what I'm saying. I was like, did they skip a week?
No, they didn't.
No way. I was going crazy over episode 3. Anyways, that's just my.
You were.
Yeah,
because 3 was the one where you texted me like they finally had a good episode of Moon Knight in all
caps. Oh right, what happened in that one? This isn't it? What they scroll the world?
Yeah, that's the one.
No, but something else. Oh right,
because that's the one that opens like the violent stuff. And I think we haven't had a chance to talk about this on air.
No,
3 is the one where they start implying that Jake Lockley is locked up in his head, the third personality.
Yeah, when they
and he hasn't come out yet.
He comes to and
he's like, "Why did you kill these people?" And Steven, because Mark thinks Steven killed them.
Yeah,
and Steven's like, "What are you talking about?" It's like, "I didn't do this."
Steven's like, "Oh, I did kill him in it." He has a terrible British accent. Have we said that his accent is complete garbage?
Everyone has been saying it since the minute
it's complete trash. It reminds me of when Narcos came out, and I was telling everybody, I was like, trust me, this Pablo Escobar is speaking some dog shit Spanish. Like,
really?
Yeah, and then I found out that the dude was Brazilian. I was like, oh, okay. But anyways, so episode 3, I really like that they showed Steven falling in love with
Layla?
with the wife. Yeah, with Layla. A character that I find completely underdeveloped in my opinion. I'm like, why does Khonshu even want this chick? Because she like can do cool stuff. Because she's like a powerful female. Like this is the best. I'm like, Mark was like a military like trained psychopath. Yeah. I'm like, she's just like a product of writers wanting to make women more empowered. She's not, but I'm saying like. I'm like, does she like have is she like Elektra basically? If this was a storyline about Daredevil and Elektra, and the devil from the hand was like, I want to take like Elektra as my avatar, I would be like, I get it. She's. I
guess it's because her dad knows a bunch of stuff, and she knows most of the stuff her dad knew.
Okay, so I'm sure that like maybe we'll find out later, but so far like when they said that and they tried to play it off as like this huge reveal, I'm like, why?
Which reveal?
That Khonshu wanted to make her next his next avatar.
Yeah.
I was like, I guess. I don't think we even talked about episode 2 or any of them. I think I didn't like that shit when they're jousting with the horses.
Oh, really?
And they have him pinned down, and the dude gets on the horse and he's like, let me joust you. I'm like, what? I'm like, just because you were jousting before Mark came through doesn't mean that you have to keep jousting to kill him.
He's the jousting expert.
No, but I was like, isn't this dude supposed
to... jousting skills.
He's supposed to... If he's willing to kill a man right now, I assume he has a proper weapon.
Yeah.
And not just a horse with a joust. That actor's dead, by the way. Did you know that? The jouster?
Oh, that's the one that died?
Yeah, dude. I was like, no wonder he looks so familiar. I've seen him in other stuff before. Yeah.
Oh, dude, he's the one that died. It was like a skiing accident.
Yeah, he hit his head hard as fuck and then woke up dead or something like that.
Damn.
I know. I'm like, fuck, because I could see that they were probably trying to set him up to do more stuff. I read that he was like some character from the comics.
Yeah. I believe he's going to be in Werewolf by Night when it comes out.
Something, dude, but it's terrible.
Yeah.
Anyways, episode 3, I love that Steven is starting to get feelings for her. I was like, finally a good character dynamic.
Yeah.
Where now, like, she's about to get like Eiffel Towered by 2 different personalities in the same body. Because it hella reminded me of I'm sure I've talked about this show before, called My Own Worst Enemy with Christian Slater.
Yeah, we have talked. We had an episode. When we first came back from the long break where we talked about it.
Well, it's the same premise where like this dude is a CIA agent, but his cover is basically a different personality where he's just a normal family man. Mm-hmm. But he'll wake up sometimes and his wife is like just fucking creaming all over the goddamn place. And he's like, damn, this was the killer who fucked her, not me. And he like would write shit on his hand like, don't fuck my wife. But he didn't fuck her. I think Steven's a virgin. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Episode 4
I thought was a lot of fun.
But episode 5 is like...
Episode 5
doesn't even fit, dude, with the rest of the show, with how much better it is than literally all the other episodes.
Yeah. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Ethan Hawke, dude, that line where he says, like, I forget what he says, like, do you think you created Steven to hide from
your mother,
or did you create Mark to take revenge on the world for how your mother treated you? I'm like, fuck.
Such a good line. Yeah.
Amazing line. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, Ethan Hawke, when he read that in the scripts, he was like, okay, all right, this is where, okay.
Yeah.
Something good for me to work with. Okay.
And I was telling, because people were freaking out at the end of episode 4, and they were like, oh my God, the whole show is not what we thought it was. And I was like, yes, it is.
Yeah.
Calm down. Because if you're going to completely abandon the previous concept, you can't have anything left behind. There can't be anything. Because the one scene that came to mind, the first thing that popped into my head where I knew that everything was real, was the scene where Ethan Hawke goes up to the frozen Khonshu and talks to him. Because, like, they would not leave that character personality and that kind of unresolved issue if they were going to erase all of it.
No, and everybody else can see the stuff. It's not like they're like, oh, the armor is magical or whatever. Like,
Well, I think the reveal was that everything that happened ever was in Steven's head. I think that's what people were thinking was going to happen. And that something else. I don't know. Because people I'm like, it doesn't.
I guess if you don't know shit about how comic book stuff works, they would never do that.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, they have established too much stuff to completely abandon it. And they finally let Ethan Hawke be Ethan Hawke.
Okay, this is what I'm saying, right? So in episode 4, there's a little bit of that
when he's talking
when
to
he's
her?
when he's Dr. Harrow. Amazing.
Yeah.
Oscar Isaac, dude, I don't know what they did to his eyes. They looked all dilated. He looks sick. He looks insane.
Mm-hmm.
So that part of the episode is amazing, dude. All of episode 5 is literally like Oscar Isaac and Ethan Hawke just fucking flexing their acting skills. Like it's amazing, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like like every scene hits, even when they're kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I forget what he says. I think he says like later alligator, and his mom
says
he
later
like,
gators, and I was like,
like by crocodiles. I was like,
and the like drawing the fish with one fin.
Yeah, like that was disgusting. But I don't know. I was blown away. I was like, this like turned into like, I was like, this was an HBO quality episode.
It's very like I love like the way Mark is trying to keep Steven away because he doesn't realize it himself. Because he doesn't get what's going on.
What he's really trying to do is help himself. Yeah, because the whole point of Steven is that
he realizes that. Because at there's one point when he grabs, like, you're not supposed to see this type of stuff. And like, that's what you're for.
And it's kind of weird, too, because, like, I don't know, I had this thought when I was watching the episode where he says that, like, the weird part is when they started bleeding, like, into each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, dude, when the show starts, it kind of felt like Mark wanted Steven to take over.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, because he's the one that starting his new life. He's the one with a job. He's the one with all of this. Mark sleeps in a fucking storage unit. So I'm like, dude, he was like letting Steven take over basically, and he was just being Mark to fulfill his deal. But it seemed like he was giving up on like himself, and he was like, dude, like I'll just be Steven for the rest of my life. Like I was like, holy fuck, like this dude was basically killing himself because.
And I also really liked Khonshu in that the flashback scene. I finally liked, because I really think F. Murray Abraham as Khonshu is a great casting choice.
Yes, of course.
But I finally liked him in that flashback scene where he's under the statue and he's talking when he says "what a waste" when he's gonna kill himself. That's a great scene.
Yeah, dude, it was really good.
Solid episode.
I'm happy, bro, because this is one of those few shows that has, I think, gotten better as it's went along. All the other ones have peaked in like
middle, like episode 3,
2, 3, or 4, and then they just dog shit.
My biggest concern is I don't know how they're gonna wrap it up in one episode. I feel like there's
they only have one more episode left.
That's my concern. I'm like, no. I think they need to pull a Loki and end on a cliffhanger.
Yeah,
that's the only way. Because that's the other issue. Is every other show is like a limited series, and they try to end and finish everything. But I'm like, no, it's not that type of show. Like
Right.
Loki ending on a cliffhanger is what makes it, because now you don't feel unsatisfied by the end. So
No,
like,
but
okay,
Loki's
there's
gonna
be
be in
season
the
2.
movies. I don't think Moon Knight is gonna be part of the movies. If I'm being honest,
No, he will be.
he might have a cameo in the Avengers movies or something.
He's
but,
gonna pop up in Blade or Avengers.
right, but I'm saying like I don't think he's getting his own movie.
no,
And
yeah.
I don't think he's gonna be a player. I think he's a street level character.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is kind of above street level from what we've seen already. He's literally
Some of his
saving
powers, bro, but fucking moving.
No,
the
but I
sky
mean,
around,
like,
who gives a
but I
shit?
mean, what he's doing.
No, I know, but that's just Marvel that they just cannot fucking. They just have to have insane stakes for everything they write.
Yeah, but like Hawkeye was street level.
Hawkeye, okay, right, but Hawkeye was established already in the Avengers. I'm just saying, like, I don't know.
No, I don't think he's getting movies.
I hope he does.
agree.
I hope they get they do a Marvel Knights movie where they have Spider-Man, Moon Knight,
Yeah.
Daredevil, Luke Cage, and shit.
What I think is gonna happen is I think Moon Knight's gonna keep getting shows like season 2, season 3, whatever. And I think that he's gonna appear in Blade and like in the big crossovers.
I hope so, dude. Yeah,
I think
like
he's clearly gonna be in Avengers. I'll actually be mad because I don't know. Like I've actually really come around on. I really like Moon Knight. I really like what they've done with him, which I wasn't fully sold on him at first. And now it's
Yeah.
like I want to see this guy meet like other people.
no,
I want to see him meet like other MCU characters.
Yeah, like I said, I'm happy that it's getting better. Again, I still think that I would probably rank it, I guess, only above Winter Soldier, perhaps. But
I mean, I think it's above everything except for Loki.
no, I still would rank WandaVision above.
Even with that horrible finale, the last.
Yeah, because I'm just counting like how many good episodes they have, and WandaVision had 4 good episodes, and to me, Moon Knight has only really had 2. I thought 1 I didn't really like that much. 2 I thought was okay. 3 was getting better. 4 was good. 5 was amazing. So I'm like, at least it's getting better. To WandaVision, I was like 1, 2, 3, and 4 were all fucking amazing, and then it got ruined.
5 and 6.
Yeah, it got ruined with the Agatha shit.
Yeah.
And to me, Winter Soldier still only has 1 good episode.
The
or maybe
pilot.
2. No, the Madripoor episode. That episode is amazing.
I thought you liked the pilot of Moon Knight of Falcon. And Winter
No,
Soldier.
I'm saying like it might be 2. I don't remember, but I just remember Madripoor being a sick, and I
Solid
remember the rest of it
episode.
just being like I remember once Baron Zemo's gone, the
Mhm.
show sucks dick.
Yeah.
Well,
it's once you hit the boat episode, which I think is episode where they spend the whole episode fixing a boat, and I'm like,
oh,
there
that was
is
terrible.
so much like this.
Yeah, what is this? The Amistad?
It's just like this isn't that type of show.
It's a
Like you
slave
don't have
ship.
time to. You don't have time to spend a whole episode fixing a damn boat.
Yeah,
You know,
what are you going back?
You- it's just not that time, not that type of show.
Yeah.
And the writing quality was not there. They should have, if they wanted to, should have spent an episode.
I hated Bucky apologizing like I didn't get it. I'm like, you lived in the 40s. What do you mean that like now you're telling Falcon like, bro, I didn't get it before, but now I get it. What the fuck are you talking about? You're the one who saw the most change.
Yeah, for
Falcon
real.
grew up fucking watching Michael Jordan dunk. You grew up watching black people get hosed in the streets.
Yeah.
Like I was like, what do you mean you barely caught it in 2022?
Yeah.
Not in fucking 1942.
You've been awake for 6 years too. He's been awake since 2016.
But I was like, if anybody
Yeah.
would understand the plight of
Captain
racism,
America and Bucky.
exactly, the guy's alive in the 40s.
It's just, I think if they wanted a downtime episode on Falcon the Winter Soldier,
They have to be really good, well written.
and it's not, yeah, they should have focused on the Bucky stuff. Because
No,
remember,
yeah.
all the stuff with Bucky from the first episode, like showing that he's like trying to make amends. If they spent an episode focused, because even the writing with Bucky in the first episode is much better than the rest of the show.
The whole episode should have been about him trying to fuck Falcon's sister, and just the whole dynamic around that. I don't mean that like
Interesting.
no, but I meant like if you do a downtime episode, you have to have good character drama.
Yeah.
And it
Watching
didn't
Bucky
happen.
and Falcon fix a boat is not interesting. It's not something I want to see.
Yeah, they try to make it like, yeah, this is cool. I'm like, bro, you're helping your sister launch a business that has been failing since like 1992.
And we're in the middle of like a high stakes spy thriller, and you're pretty much out of time to develop the story.
No,
like,
but she they might as well been helping her sister set up a new blockbuster.
yeah,
I'm like, this boat is shit.
yeah.
She's gonna make zero money.
No, they're like, it's like I don't get that these writers are like, oh, we're nearing the end of our story. We're like running out of time. Let's spend a whole episode.
You could do that, but then at the end you have to do something insane, and they didn't do it because you basically like you fool the audience, and then at the end the boat gets blown up by Baron Zemo or something.
But you're out of time to tell the story. That's the problem.
No, but
they're out of time.
Right, but I'm saying like during that, it doesn't matter.
To me, it's like
the show.
It's that
fuck them.
But this applies to every Marvel Disney show. There is it's real estate on a block. You have X amount of space to tell X amount of story.
Right.
They are barely given enough space to tell the story they have. You cannot afford to waste one of those episodes on something that is not advancing the plot.
I would say that I really feel like the shows have like, again, besides Loki, they don't have the best pacing.
That's the issue.
It really feels like they wrote a movie and they're like, bro, we need to fill 6 episodes. And it's like, you do not. You could have made this a 3-parter series, 40 minutes each or whatever, and that would have been enough.
I think I don't know. It's such a weird issue of them feeling like they have too much content but not enough content.
They have way Disney, too much content. What the fuck? They have way too much content. They should really dial it down.
Yeah, and they also feel like they're having to fill stuff. But that's what I'm saying, right? It's like it feels like they're making stuff up, but they don't have to. But
actually, I think they're good right now because they have one movie coming out.
I just mean in terms of the episodes.
Oh, okay. No, I mean, dude, that's the other thing. Like,
I struggle to put my finger on what's wrong with the Disney Plus shows because...
No, just watch the original shows. Right?
What do you mean?
Like, watch the original Netflix shows.
Yeah.
And every episode, like, the whole show is written so that you get to a climax, cliffhanger, climax, cliffhanger, climax, cliffhanger. Mm-hmm. And these shows
I'm rewatching Daredevil right now, yeah.
And dude, you would be like hooked and you're like, let me see the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like with this, because every episode comes like weekly.
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels like it doesn't have the same urgency. And I'm like, dude, that doesn't mean that you write the episodes wrong. Like the different way. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like they're not nailing. Like, I'm thinking about shows that I watch weekly. Like Sons of Anarchy, I watched the last season weekly. I watched the last season of Game of Thrones, the last 2 weekly. They didn't change their format just because they were coming out weekly. It still had a banger cliffhanger at the end of every episode.
Mm-hmm.
It just, like, it still works.
Yeah.
Like, it's still, like, it's just a different way of consuming it if you're binging it than if you're watching every week. But it hella works to have a cliffhanger at the end of every episode. It should have, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But listen, look, it's getting better.
It is.
This is like one of those episodes that you should watch just to see Oscar Isaac and mostly Oscar Isaac, but
some Ethan Hawke.
Yeah, like holy fuck, he kills it. He kills it in every scene.
Mm-hmm.
And is this the first Jewish superhero?
Yes. He full on has a yarmulke.
He's all over the goddamn place, bro. I thought he was like fucking like I was like, are they trying to make him like as if he's Egyptian? I can't tell if his mother's Hispanic. Like, I get it that he's very ethnically ambiguous.
Yeah, because he even talks, like, I've seen his Saturday Night Live opening monologue where he talks about his ethnicity. He's like, yeah, I can play, like, Middle Eastern, Mexican, like, a bunch of stuff. He's like, yeah, look, cast me as anything.
Yeah, I watched a movie where he plays some Armenian dude, like, during the Armenian genocide. And
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's with Christian Bale. Yeah, The Promise, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude can do... I saw an interview, too, that I think his name is Oscar Isaac Hernandez, some other shit. And they were like, I went to Hollywood and they told me, yeah, keep the 2 white names. So I'm like, bro, Oscar and Isaac are not white names. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I know, right?
I grew up with hella Oscars and Isaacs.
Yeah, Oscar is not a white name.
At all, yeah.
No.
Isaac either. Like they're
unless it's with a K.
I would argue biblical names don't really have an ethnicity. They're pretty common everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also it sounds way better than just Oscar Hernandez. I'm like, do you want to be a fucking Puerto Rican boxer or do you want to be an actor? Because like Oscar Isaac sounds like, ooh, like I didn't change my name, but I meant like you pick whatever names will sound the best. And honestly, it also depends on what kind of like actor you're trying to be. Like that's why like I didn't know Lawrence Fishburne was known as Larry Fishburne. But then he became like wanted to be like a more serious actor. He's like, I'm now Lawrence. Or Bill Burr used to be Billy Burr.
Really?
That would be the name that he would put in open mics and stuff. And then suddenly he was like, no, I'm just Bill Burr. It sounded better.
It does sound better. It does.
Yeah.
It sounds a lot better.
I want to talk. Oh yeah, I told you I want to talk to you about this. So, listen, I know your grandfather passed away recently.
Yeah.
Mine passed away, I think, at the beginning of the year, maybe the end of last year. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But this something happened. I think it was like the day of, like, not his wake, but basically my family just wanted to do like this tour with his ashes of, like, I guess, like where he used to live when he just got to TJ.
Mm-hmm.
Go to like his favorite. I don't even think he ate restaurants, but whatever. We're just doing like a tour of the city of like 4 spots that meant something to him in his life.
Yeah.
And I was talking to some girl on Tinder, and I told her, like, hey, like, do you want to get breakfast? Because we were doing this like at 2 p.m. or something. And I messaged her, like, I don't know, like at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just like texted her and I was like, hey, like, do you want to get breakfast? She was like, yeah. And then she was like, let me get ready. And then it got until like fucking 12 p.m. or something.
Bruh.
And I'm like, hey, like, I can't do this anymore. Like I was like, it's like my grandfather's wake. Like, I was waiting for you. I could have gone earlier. And then she was like, huh. So finally I give a guy a chance, and this is what you do. And then she wrote, R.I.P. to your grandpappy, but you just wasted my time.
Bruh.
And I'm like, Jesus. I mean, I thought it was really funny, but I'm like, dude, I cannot imagine how self-centered and selfish you could be to be like, I'm like, I'm not making this up. And I don't think most people would make that up to excuse to get out of a date.
And it's not even that, like, you said, hey, you want to get breakfast, and 3 hours later, someone's like, not even saying anything.
No, because I obviously, like, I texted her again, like, at 11 or something, and she didn't reply, because I was like, hey, bitch, like, hurry up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it just, like, I got reminded of that, like, when I...
that is insane.
I know, I was like, what the fuck? And then she, like, just, like, blocked, like, didn't block me, but I was like, I wrote her, I was like, that's funny, but, like, you're fucking insane. And she was like, ha ha ha, I know. And I'm like,
what?
Oh, Jesus. But,
man, you really matched at the bad ones, huh?
Yeah. I think I realized that when, like, people do, or not really do, but when they say fucked up shit, but I think it's funny, it sometimes completely, like, gets rid of that emotion. Like, I wasn't even, like, angry.
Yeah.
Because I was like she wrote R.I.P. to your grandpappy.
That is insane.
I know. I was like, damn, bitch, I'm not fucking lying. I don't know. Did that happen to you?
No, fortunately not.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I'm not matching with insane people on Tinder.
Yeah, she was like 32. I'm like, this is
Grow
why.
up.
Yeah, I'm like,
this is why you're on
bitch.
Tinder.
I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah, this is why you're on Tinder at the age of 30, lady.
How dare you act like this?
I know. How fine are you? Are you Sofia Vergara fine? Come on.
No, she was not. She was all right.
She was, yeah, exactly.
She was definitely not worth it.
Yeah.
No. Did you watch Ambulance? Is it good?
Bro, have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen
Damn it, I told you to watch it.
Yeah, but this is the first time I'll be in the theater in like fucking 2 months or something.
Bro, I mean, sadly we got rid of it at my theater. But,
it looks sick.
It's pretty fun. Like,
yeah.
I talk about it a lot to my friends, and I don't want people to think that I'm telling them, like, it's a genius, like, masterpiece. But I think in terms of, like, being entertaining,
yeah,
it's pretty unrivaled. And it's not like, I'd put it a notch above Fast and Furious.
Sure, of
So
course.
when I tell you, like, it's entertaining, I think people get this mental image of, like, Fast and Furious. Like, it's not like that.
No, I think of Star Trek.
Okay.
Right,
yeah.
like Star Trek 1 is like a fucking sick-ass movie. It doesn't exactly do anything you've never seen before or anything like that, but the script is great, the dialogue is great, the pacing is great. Like, that's what I think of, like...
It has a fun concept. Sure, you have to set aside some disbelief of, like,
sure,
a million cars flipping over and no one gets hurt. Because, they're not, none of the cops die because, they're good guys.
Yeah,
the main characters are good guys, so none of the cops are, like, dying in the crashes, but their cars are flipping over, like, 50 million times and exploding.
I love that dude's name.
Yahya Abdul-Mateen.
Yeah. Yahya Abdul-Mateen.
No space on the memory card on the camera.
Oh, well, I mean, dude, we did our best.
Whatever. But there is this one funny moment in the movie where obviously like they're able to figure out that who the two dudes pulling the heist are.
Yeah. No, don't tell me more, bro.
Well, no, I'm not. That's just obviously like it's part of the movie.
It's part of the plot.
And throughout they're talking like obviously it's just that's it's a movie. You know, it's
sure.
Not, there's no twists or reveals in this movie, but you know obviously they're like they're in an ambulance like oh the guy blah blah, you know it's this guy and whatever. And Yahya Abdul-Mateen's character, this dude keeps talking like if he gets away from this chase, he just gets to go back home and pay for his wife's surgery. I'm like, the police know your name. Like, they're talking to him. They know who you are. And he's like, yeah, we need to, walk away and blah, blah, blah. Like, I have to go back home to my wife. I'm like, you are not going home. They know who you are. Well, and it just, so many of the, there's like one or two conflicts that arise from him, like, getting angry where he's like, I want to go back home to my wife and I'm like, but you can't. Like, do you think this is GTA where if you lose the wanted stars, it's over? It's not.
Yeah, that reminds me of like I think there's certain moments where you realize that you wrote yourself into a corner, and then you're like, oh, what if he has anger issues? And then you have to go back and fix it and be like, this will fuck this moment up, so that the story can keep going.
There's a really great moment in it. And I won't spoil what it is, but there's a really cool moment.
Yeah.
And the trailer actually does not show you everything. Because there's one or two plot lines.
I don't think I even watched the full trailer.
Yeah, because you covered your eyes. Because you were like, this movie's showing me everything.
Yeah.
And it seems like it does. And what it chooses to show you, it shows you everything. But there's like one or two plot lines that are pretty important to the movie that they do not show at all in the trailer, interestingly enough.
Who is the woman in the movie?
The girl? You mean the main actress?
Yeah.
Isaac Gonzalez and Baby Driver. This dude. Pardon me.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
How many women are in the movie?
One.
Just one woman?
Well, I'm trying to think. No, there's two. There's two. There's a lesbian.
Oh, it's gonna be like
inclusive.
Jesus, Hollywood.
Inclusive. No, there's
God,
one. The one that runs the cameras with the police. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll watch it. I saw some.
What did that have to do with anything?
I always ask about the women in the movies. That's kind of my bit. I'm trying to be inclusive.
Oh, like
if there was more than
you
two
mean the
women,
hot ranking?
Yeah, if there was more than two women, I would have been like rank the bitches. The characters, by the way, never the actresses. I respect women.
Yes. Well, I'd recommend it. It's a fun time.
Yeah, it looks good, and it looks right up my alley, right up my asshole.
It's pretty crazy. It's just is funny. Like the gimmick of the movie is, it's filmed with drones, and it captures some really cool like chase scene shots. That's the
whole thing.
That's the whole gimmick of the movie. It's Michael Bay filmed like so much of it with drones.
Oh.
And I'm watching. I was like, damn. Like, why have we not been filming car chases like this before? Because
I thought we were.
Not like this, because there's this crazy shot where they're like chasing, a cop car is chasing the ambulance. So the drone's right outside the driver's store on the left side, right?
Oh,
so that's
nice.
where we are. And then we see that coming head on into the ambulance and into the camera's a van. Right. So the ambulance swerves to the right, and the drone doesn't stick with the ambulance. It just kind of stops, and now it's following the cop car that was chasing the ambulance from the same position next to the driver's seat door. And we see it collide from right next to the wheel with the oncoming van. And we fly right when they collide over the hood of the car, and like a hubcap flies past you, and you fly over it, and you're right back where you originally were next to the ambulance. It's a really dope shot. So there's cool stuff like that.
Yeah, that motherfucker knows his filmmaking.
Then there is an insane shot of three people walking down a hall, and we start out on the other end of the hall with a drone and fly towards them, like over them, like flip around and follow them from behind. Like, this is people walking down a hall, Michael Bay. Calm down.
I like it, bro. I like
it's like it's cool.
He's cocaine, basically.
He is. Yeah. There's just a couple scenes that are like too much. And you do get like that really generic drone shot, like that starts on top of a building, it kind of twists and flies down. They do that like 5 times probably.
I'm down.
You'll enjoy it. And dude, apparently some like 19-year-old kid was the drone operator.
Probably his nephew. We know how this business works. I'm
one of
sure
those,
he
like,
was the most qualified. Well,
one of those like VR.
But,
yeah, no. Well, if he did all the drone flying, which he did, it's insane. Yeah, but he had like one of those VR headsets with like the gloves.
Oh, then actually, yeah. Then maybe it wasn't nepotism. Maybe it was just Ninja's cousin or something.
Yeah, and I think you need to see it just so we can talk about it. A lot of cool stuff in it. Cool action. It is like classic like early 2000s Bay.
I'm down because it kind of reminded me of Heat a little bit, but Heat is obviously a masterpiece. Like Heat is like the godfather of cops and robbers movies. But
yeah,
you know what I did watch on Hulu? I don't know if you've heard of this. A movie called Bad Hair.
I've heard of it. It's a horror movie, right?
Yeah, but it's pretty good, dude. Like I didn't think it was gonna be good. It's about this chick who it's in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a show that's like MTV, but it's like, like black oriented.
Yeah.
And she's trying to like ascend the corporate ladder.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think like her boss, they're like, all right, dude, like we try to do like being, like super authentic black, like nobody has a weave or whatever. And then some chick comes in, like some other like boss who's still black, but she's like, to be in the white man's world, we have to like, like compromise.
Yeah, I remember when this came out. Yeah.
Yeah. So, basically, the main premise of the movie is that she tells her like I think she doesn't like her hair, and he's like, you should go with this chick and get yourself like a nice weave, and she's like, all right.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but the weave is like evil.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I got it like. It looks silly sometimes, but the script is great. The acting is great. Like, beyond the horror elements, just it being a movie about somebody like ascending a corporate ladder and like compromising more and more of her values the higher up she gets.
Yeah,
it's a good movie. Like I watched this and I was like, dude, like if you change some things around, obviously it wouldn't be the same. Like, like sort of like kind of silly like horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this was like 2 changes away from being a legit like
drama.
Like an Oscar-winning drama. It's like it just has like all of that stuff. But whoever made the movie was like, yeah, but this shit's gonna be fucking stupid, and it's about hair attacking people. But everything has like, how to explain? Like, there's nothing in the movie that you're like, oh, they're just asking you to like completely suspend your disbelief. Like they come up with clever explanations for a lot of things, and I really appreciate that in movies when they don't just go like fuck it, you know, and they're like, all right, we'll see how would this work exactly and what would cause this.
Yeah.
I also watched Freddy versus Jason.
Some people might know.
You've seen that?
I'm gonna tell you. I do have a YouTube channel I did with Ben and some of my friends,
right?
And we introduced the channel in October by watching every single Friday the 13th. And what we did was we watched them,
right.
Did a commentary on them where we watched the whole movie and talked about it, or watching and made jokes. And I would take that, cut it down to the good parts, put it on YouTube, write a review of like I would talk about it and be funny, and then I would cut in parts of the commentary with it.
Get flagged.
Dude, insane. Ben is the master of like destroying YouTube like copyright flags. So we did that for every Friday the 13th movie, and we managed to do all like there was 12 movies.
Sure.
And we released them all in October, and they pretty much are all unbearably awful, except that Friday the 13th is unbearably awful, but it's also one of the funniest, most entertaining movies ever made. Freddy vs. Jason. I was crying
it's
laughing.
So good, bro.
It's so funny, right?
And it has like, and I actually think that it does them a disservice in the beginning when they have that like, you like things you may have missed or whatever, like the recap, and you see just how different the original Nightmare on Elm Street movies are, where they look insanely fucked up and like,
they're gruesome.
Yeah, like they're gruesome,
like the one
horrific.
where they're walking someone with like their veins out of
their toes, dude. Yeah,
and then it's like their nervous system gets yanked out, and
then this movie's fucking stupid.
Yeah,
but
it's
fun.
Like
it's self-aware.
Yeah,
which is great. They give Freddy like great dialogue where he's like, I think like she's going through like a nightmare scene, the main character.
Yeah.
And Freddy's like banging some chick.
Yeah.
And then she turns around and the chick is like, this bitch is kind of dead, but
I
can still fuck her. And then Jason, I think she's trying to like figure out what makes Jason tick or something, so that she could like pit them against each other. And then she goes into like his mind world or his dream world or whatever, and he sees him like without the mask, and she's like, oh my god, like he's fucking ugly. She like pushes him away. Damn. Dude, it's so funny. There's a great part where so there's three, there's like or they're like there's like 3 or 4 teenagers or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then at the end, you get left with like, also they're all stereotypes. Like clearly the Jewiest kid they could find, the dumb big titted blonde chick, a black girl, and then
the final girl, the girl who's gonna make it to the end.
Yeah, and then the basic like male, like
love interest.
Love interest, exactly. It follows the cabin in the woods, fucking template perfectly, and I think the black chick gets separated. And she's like, and Freddy comes through, and then I think there was like there's a part of the plot where like, basically like what gives him power is that you're afraid. So she's like trying her best to like not be afraid, and she's like, oh, look at you. He starts like roasting her.
Yeah, like, making fun of. Yeah, roasting. And he makes that face like, and like
starts roasting him in like a super stereotypical manner, and then she goes, let me read is this. Okay, we need this now. Back in the days, it was hilarious, but I mean, it still is, but not acceptable.
Uh-oh.
And she goes, "What kind of a dresses in a Christmas sweater and wears fucking?" I think she says like scissors on her fingers or something.
Yeah,
and basically she keeps calling him gay or something.
Yeah, and then she's like says something. He points behind her. Yeah, and Jason just kills her.
Yeah, Jason fucking.
I think he does what the Hulk
does hits her, and she flies away. Yeah, he does what the Hulk does
to Tim Roth in the Hulk movie. He hits her, she flies and smashes into a tree.
Dude, it's so funny, like how some of the kills, like when they're they have a party in the cornfields.
Yes, the rave in the woods.
Yeah, and
he flings that guy in the air. Because it's insane. The guy's raping a chick, and he saves her by stabbing him and killing her. Yeah. And then flings, and she dies in the dream.
Yeah, and then but then when he pulls, I think it's like I don't know, like a spear or whatever.
It's like a pitchfork.
Yeah, he had a pitchfork, and then once he pulls it off, like the girl's still on the floor and she dies, and then he like flings the dude and he goes flying.
Yeah, like way into the air.
And then he starts walking. And he sees these 2 dudes, one who's like smoking weed. No, they're both smoking weed. And I think he's like literally
They throw the alcohol on him, right?
Yeah, he throws the booze and then a torch out of nowhere. It just torches him.
They light him on fire. And it's such a dope sequence because you have flaming immortal Jason just butchering people. It has such great set pieces and great kills. One of my favorite ones is like, it might be like the first kill in the movie where he stabs the guy in the bed like a million times with a machete and then folds the bed in half and splits the guy.
Yeah, and
it's amazing.
Dude, and what's crazy too is the fight scenes, like Freddy's like throwing like roundhouse kicks and shit. Like it's so fucking crazy.
It's the fights are the best, and too bad there's only like one really. Like
like the whole like last 20 minutes of the movie
amazing.
Is them fighting each other.
Yeah, and it's awesome. I love when he picks him up, slams him through the window, and he's running, smashing him through the glass.
Dude, it's sick, dude. And like Freddy's hilarious throughout the whole movie.
Robert Englund kills it. He's having such a blast in that movie.
Yeah, there's a part where one of the kids who joins the story later is a stoner, and he comes to him in his dream as a worm.
Yeah, the worm from what's from
another movie?
It's Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, well,
it's totally because he's smoking. Yeah.
I don't know, pulls out a hookah,
and
then he gives it to him, and that's how he gets in his body.
Yeah, that's from Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
The hookah smoking caterpillar.
And he invades that dude's body, and everybody else just doesn't get it, like, whoa, what's wrong with this guy?
Yeah. And then he stabs, because he has the syringes behind his back, right?
And but one of them asks him, like, what are you doing? He's like, I'll take care of this bitch.
He calls everyone bitch. He's the original Jesse Pinkman.
Dude, what a great movie.
It's so entertaining. And I don't know if I recommend it. Did you watch Fresh yet on Hulu?
I saw it, bro, and I was like, I don't know.
Really?
Like, this looks fucking like gruesome as fuck.
Did you watch it?
No, but I saw the like trailer and the like synopsis, and
it
I
is
was
pretty
like,
okay. So do you mind if I tell you the insane thing?
No, yeah, tell me.
Okay,
I'm gonna watch it.
The part of the movie that got me was
spoilers, by the way.
Yeah,
people.
Spoilers for Fresh. Ben worked on it, so hello, Ben. Spoilers for Fresh is that there is a scene where he has her chained up in his like torture room or the basement. Sebastian Stan.
No, but who does he have chained?
The main character.
Okay,
it's the main character. And
the bitch?
Yeah, she tries to escape, and he captures her and knocks her out, and she wakes up face down.
Yeah.
Well, he's doing a surgery on her that you can't see.
Uh-huh.
And she goes, "What are you doing to me?" He goes, "I'm taking her ass." He literally opens up the flesh of her ass and removes all the meat.
Uh-huh.
It's so disturbing to think about because I
Uh-huh.
can't sit down anymore because I think like, what if someone removed
You
all
don't
the
see
fucking...
it?
I think it does a top-down shot.
Yeah.
But there is some like scenes where like he'll get like... I mean, you've seen Hannibal, right?
Yeah, but like
I wouldn't say it's worse than Hannibal.
no. I don't. I think I can much rather handle somebody opening up your head and tickling your brain.
No, but I mean the show Hannibal.
Oh, dude, that shit is fucked up.
Have
Like,
you seen it?
I've seen it, and it's a great show. But there's definitely like things that I wish I never saw. Like the angel, like
Yeah, the angels in the hotel
the
room.
angels,
Yeah.
like serial
One
killer.
of my favorite ones.
Yeah, like to me, like this part, like on the show, I'm like, dude, like we need to investigate who wrote this. Like it's kind of like the dude who wrote Crossed. I'm like, there needs like
Yeah, there needs to be
somebody
an
check his
investigation.
fucking house.
Somebody check his house.
Um,
Hannibal's such an amazing show, though.
Yeah.
One of the greatest shows ever made.
it is. Oh, Lawrence Fishburne's in that.
Yep, Lawrence
Dude,
Fishburne.
That show, like,
Lawrence Fishburne and Mads Mikkelsen, bro.
yeah. It's,
I love Mads Mikkelsen.
what's
I will take a
weird too
bullet
is that
for him.
that's like an NBC show.
Crazy. Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, and it's like
TV 14. TV 14. This is how you know our rating system is so messed up that TV show is TV 14. It is the most violent American. Okay, the most.
Dude.
It was the most violent thing I've ever seen until I saw Japanese horror. Now it's the most violent American thing I've ever seen.
Dude, that thing is like. So if you were to have like a gruesome meter and a sexuality meter, that thing on the gruesome meter and gory meter
Is that
is
like a
10 times above what is allowed as sexual content.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's crazy. I'm like, this is the equivalent of showing full-blown penetration.
Yeah.
Like how violent that show is. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is insane.
Yeah.
well-
It's pretty crazy.
We have to head out because we're gonna go watch the
The
Northman.
Northman.
Oh, we cannot wait. Honestly, it's probably gonna be sick.
Isaac, we still do your cock rating. Please send. Everyone else has to pay.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you take that one because you seem very enthused about it.
I was
I was half
honestly,
joking.
I honestly it'd be funny though. It'd be funny.
To suck Isaac's cock? Yeah, I bet it would.
Well,
be.
yeah, but I mean,
Yeah, I bet you'd love that.
yeah,
Yeah, be.
yeah.
Well-
It's pretty crazy.
We have to head out because we're gonna
Yeah,
go watch the
we're gonna
Northman.
Northman.
Oh, we cannot wait. Honestly, it's probably gonna be sick.
Isaac, we still do your cock rating. Please send. Everyone else has to pay.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you take that one because you seem very enthused about it.
I
was
think,
half
honestly,
joking.
honestly, it'd be funny though. It'd be funny.
To suck Isaac's cock? Yeah, I bet it would.
Well,
be.
yeah, but I mean,
Yeah, I bet you'd love that.
yeah.
Yeah, be.